Water's cold. Look at these stones. They're so huge. That's Luna Park. Thunderbolt. That is the name of it. Wonder Wheel. Cyclone. Brighton Beach is over that way.
Where did it go? It's small. Oh, that's myself.
The sun's warm out that. Water's cold under my feet. Some seagulls. Once in a while I found some nice shells. I don't see any sea glass though. And mussels. That's a nice one. This one's got no chips. Some seaweed. Looks so fresh. I wonder if you could dry it and eat it. Looks totally healthy, that seaweed. The green seaweed is so green bright. This is a good mussel. It's pearly on the inside. No chips. Per tip. Sure, all my work. Yeah. Buy a metal detector and just comb the sea, comb the beaches for extra retirement money, right? I'm still renting an apartment. Anyway, there's a nice shell also. It's cracked on this side. So I have two good shells. How's it going? This is New York City. There's the Wonder Wheel. They're doing the seat swing thing. It's really popular. Folks are on the sliding cars and the Wonder Wheel are so pretty popular because they slide on these little slide tracks. You can see 1, 2 on the left are sliding, 2 on the right. I don't see any sandcastles. We used to go to the beach. We went to Long Beach or the shore. We would always make a sandcastle or drippy castle. Dad was really good at making drippy castles. So he learned from Grandpa. How's it going? Live Sunset Beach walk here in Coney Island, New York. I'm walking away from Luna Park towards Brighton Beach along the edge of the water. Water's a little cold. That's nice. Feels like 45 degrees. Like the water is like icy on the top of my feet. But it doesn't feel salty or like scummy. It feels like fresh salt water. Fresh like seawater. It's an ocean liner in the distance. You can see that. And most of the time, so along these rocks or swim out beyond the rocks, they'll blow the whistle. Lifeguards. I see any lifeguards though. Too. So usually it's about, if I were to guess, it's about 200 feet. It's shorter than a football field. It's shorter than 100 yards to those rocks. But these are like old piers. So they still have the old pier walls here every city block or so. The old ship's piers are so. Here's these nice places to sit. Well, most of the wood is still here in these from, like the 1800s. So you get a lot of really nice mussels and seaweed that collects on the piers, the old 1800s piers, just for a minute or so. And you get like jellyfish and sea anemones. There's some undertow here. There's a lot of undertow here. Wow. There's a lot of undertow. Yo, I'm sinking. There's a lot of undertow. Yeah, hi, this is Coney Island Beach. How's it going? Ronzo, Mr. Ice. You got these birds, a lot of seagulls at the end. My feet are totally going under the sand. But anyway, these nice old piers are still, the walls are still up. So every block or so. It's just nice. When tide is low, sometimes people sit on there and picnic or have lunch, or dates sit and have a drink. It's nice. The sections are nice. Yeah, it's New York City. This is Coney Island. The water's cold, but the sun's really warm on my back. So that's the west. So we're traveling east towards Brighton Beach. Almost at the aquarium. It's the New York Aquarium, the start of it. And it's bathroom, and that's silver thing is also part of the end of the other side of the aquarium. So it goes on for tenth of a mile or whatever. I'd pick stones and bring them home, but I feel like when I pick them up, like, oh, my pet died, so they throw a stone in the ocean, or a friend got hurt or something, and like, I feel like prayer stones. Am I weird? So I'm not picking them up. And all the glass that I'm finding, none of it's sea glass, really. It's not worn smooth yet, so that's weird. And I don't have a metal detector or one of those scrape bins that you might see on, there's folks that come around with those scrape bins and scrape up coins and loose jewelry and stuff. But I'm just walking on the beach after work. I teach a high school class on Saturdays, and I teach a middle school math class. Just a math teacher. I found 2 nice shells, which I'll pause to share with you now. Make it to the aquarium wall and or an exhibit. This one is a really, really nice clam shell. It's a little pearly on the inside. You can see the glow, and it's got that hole, that animal hole that they dig through the thing there as they leave the shell. Clam. Anyway, it's really solid, really no chips, really nice. And then the other one that I found that's really nice is this mussel shell. It's really pearly on the inside, but chips also. Everything's intact, but really nice and pearly on the inside. White pearly and smooth, super smooth. Smooth. All right, let's go. So I'm gonna keep walking. Thanks for saying hello to chat. This is Coney Island. Tan feels good and solid. I remember a couple of weeks ago I was watching some Twitch or YouTube videos. It must have been YouTube, where they like dig under the sand, and like 1 foot under the sand were all these crabs, or 1 foot under the sand there's jellyfish, or what are they called? Hermit crabs, or like right underfoot, like burrowing. It was trippy because there were like hundreds of them. But they must know the locations where they are. So we approach this wall. Obviously, there are a lot of mussels that can be farmed by these walls, and seaweed. And I'm gonna look that up tonight. And can you just take seaweed from water, guys, and just dry it and like put it in like miso soup? Is it the same in seaweed? Because some of it is like super bright green, like really healthy looking seaweed here. Nice. Oh, it's cracked. It's more like that. I'm not having the broken bottles though. Used to skip stones a lot in Long Island and skip shells. But mostly I didn't skip shells. Mostly I skipped stones. You could get up to 10 skips or so. And because we were such young kids when I learned to skip stones, I had a sidearm pitch in baseball. This is a nice muscle. I had a really good sidearm because this is a really nice one. Again, super shiny, like pearly white inside. No chips. It's still got bilateral symmetry. It hasn't disconnected. It's a really nice mussel shell. But it's hard to bring these home if you don't have a box. So they'll snap. This is a really nice one. Okay, that'll be number 3. I'm just going to wash it off in the water. Please enjoy the old 1800s pier wall here. Again, sectional, so they're every few hundred feet. I don't know, maybe they designed it here for swimmers for safe swimming with like a chain, actually, but I don't know. Maybe it was designed this way. Oh, my pants just got soaked. That was a high wave. That went above my kneecaps. Yeah, that went above my kneecaps. Wow. Okay. Hey, Pooch. I'll just keep walking. The cool thing about the aquarium, guys, if you haven't seen it, is that there's some nice shells here. Yeah, definitely if you go by the walls, I guess because of the way the tide comes in, they'll collect. This is a nice shell. You see the Fibonacci sequence, for example. So you can see how the shell is like the golden ratio. You know, they have those lessons. I should save some of these for the kids for the lesson when sequences we're doing, like they spiral in. See, this is a nice one for the golden ratio. This is an awesome shell. Oh, I'm so happy. Number 4. Wow, so psyched. My middle school students will be so psyched. All right. I've had a cold for like 6 freaking weeks. So I've been hacking phlegm for 6 weeks. I've been just doing so much coding for the math classes as a math teacher. I'm sitting in my dirty apartment, breathing in stale air. So it's good. I got to do these walks more often. You see the way the top of that building, the silver building, looks like a wave? Oh, can I zoom in? Yeah. That's because it's tiled metal sheets. So they're like little cell phone size panels. They're like, well, they're like 6-inch pieces of metal, but they're on hinges. So it's like a wave as the wind blows, and it opens and closes. See how it's like transparent there? You can see through it and see that building behind it, right through it. But then that one you can't. Those are like, it's a metal sheet of like tiles. It's really cool. So you can see that's just the wind. I didn't know you could zoom in on YouTube. It's the wind creating that pattern on this aquarium building. And they have a nice little art wall by a Japanese artist for the sea, and a concession stand on this side. You can get $10 hot dogs or whatever. All right, hope you're having a good day. There's someone collected some shells, but then didn't take them home. Oh, the tank feels cool. Yeah, these are nice too, some of these. They're totally, well, they're chipped. It's nice. I mean, the backside is awesome. It's really smooth. This one is great. Yeah, I'll just take a few home for math, just because we're doing geometry and doing stuff. So you just find some nice ones that spiral in. These ones are ugly. They're totally white. What is it? Chitin? You know, when you crumb, it's like that. It's skeletal. Yeah, most of them are broken. That's a nice one. But there's no spiral pattern. There's the animal hole. I should really bring like a little... This one's good. You can see the bands on the back of the shell. Makes me wonder if, like, you know, like old coins, Native American, they used shells for coins for bartering, like good quality certain types of shells. And if the bands or ribs on coins come from these, see the stripes on the coin, the ribs? What if it comes from that tradition? Makes you wonder, huh? Some primitive societies that use shells as counters or bartering things. This is a nice solid shell. You can make a shovel out of this one. It's heavy. All right, anyway, let's keep walking. So in the aquarium, I locked up my bike with 2 locks. I have a $100 kryptonite, $150 kryptonite, or whatever it was. And also one of those piece locks. So I'm feeling that I can do this walk safely. They're all broken. They're all been stepped on. It's so sad. but if you look carefully, you can find some nice ones. There's another really nice one. This one is so nice. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start doing I'm gonna collect like 100 of these, and I'm gonna learn how to do what's it called? This is a really nice one. It's really deep. It's like almost an inch thick. It's thicker than my fingers. You know, like resin. You can buy like a gallon of resin and then make like paperweights and stuff. That's what comes to mind as I pick these up. Some of these shells are so solid. Like making real like little resin paperweights of like these, like the best seashells. Just clean them up, wash them off, put them in a resin cast, and then you have a little 3D science example of different types of shells and sea creatures. Shells, their former homes. And I can learn the taxonomy of each one. Of the hermit crabber. The sand feels so nice because the sun is really warm on it. So, and I'm not wearing shoes. The sand feels so nice on my feet. But I feel that the sun's going down. The temperatures drop maybe like 4 degrees, but it's that time of day where the temperature's going to drop like 10 degrees within the hour. So, again, but these white shells, which are like chalky white, pure, they're so nice with that extra shelf where the little hermit crabber creature lived because it's vacated the premises. Just really nice example of how nature creates and things grow. It's quite wonderful. Mussel shells, that's what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll collect 10. That's a cracked one. But these ones, maybe they are hermit crabs. They're so nice. For as I said, oh no, there's a fly on this one. But they're solid, like pearly smooth. But again, resin casts. How about that? To preserve them. Maybe like coaster size, coasters? No, petri dish. Like a little petri dish. And then sell them in sets of 4 for friends. Like this is awesome. Like this could be like a jelly bean. This could be like a jelly bean desk holder. Right? Or what do the kids have now? They have like gummies. So I could take my Centrum Silver gummies for elderly and put the little gummies, have a little gummy tray or a little snack tray. A little wrapped out. I just impaled my foot on these shells. That hurt. Friggin' A. I'll keep walking. So do not take big steps and step straight down, because in this section of the beach, I just impaled my foot on a shell. All right, so sort of shuffle along on the beach. Like no big steps. Don't be dramatic. You don't need to take huge steps at the. But again, that's not a nice one. It's nasty. It's got like chips, and it's got like that hermit crab had a shitty life. Like whatever sand he was into, it wasn't clean. It's got like holes. It's chipped. It's scratchy on the outside. It's not smooth. This shell, however, look at the striations. Look at how beautiful that is. How's it going? Beach under sun dew. Coming to New York City in July. Beaches are beautiful, man. The sun is really warm on my back. The water's kind of cold, though. It's like 45 degrees right now. So it's like icy. So it gives you a little jolt if you're not ready for it. It's that time of day. It's still warm here in New York. It's beautiful. It's maybe like 60 degrees. but the water's mad cold. And I'm just picking up shells because life is that exciting, guys. It's that freaking exciting. How's it going? Thank you for the shout out, Navrinder. Hi, Adrian in Germany. Yeah, I used to have a German roommate, Thomas. Plays jazz in. Hey, guten Nacht, right? Good evening. Evening. Guten evening. Guten. So these are the famous handball courts where they have had epic tournaments the last 50 years. We'll go up to the handball court. Here's a nice mussel shell. Is it cracked? No. This as well. But yeah, like a petri dish. It's just very simple coasters from these seashells. It's kind of a nice thing. It's kind of tacky. Like, what would you use them for, though? Because sometimes it's like, well, what, I want to put that at my freaking dinner table? And some to a seafood restaurant. Like, these striations are great. This is a nice shell, but it's cracked. On this side. No, it's not. It's just looks like it's cracked, but it's not. It's just asymmetric. It's an irregular shell. All right, it is May 10th. About 4 weeks away from D-Day. How did that come to mind? And again, the glass, none of it is glass. See the glass here? All the glass is like cracked bottles from like a week ago. It's not, none of it is smooth sea glass. We used to hunt for sea glass on the beaches of Long Island. Along the edge of the, that's a different kind of shell. It's more like an oyster shell, large oyster, isn't it? But I didn't bring like a little bucket. Like my sounds. Okay. Another hermit crab. This is a good one. I'm most impressed with the hermit crab shells. Look at how nice that is. This is a brown toned one. Again, very pearly white bottom. This is quite lovely. Another one. So the best ones are these hermit crab shells. This one is, oh, the feet of the hermit crab. Oh, that's seaweed. I thought it was the hermit crab itself. Nope, it's a bird feather. I don't know. Looks like a bird feather. Mussel shell. Okay. Just gonna wash it out. All right. Okay. Flies. That's not a good sign. Okay. More flies. All right. That means that it's getting colder and it's becoming night. And it means that this part of the beach is less clean. Too many flies here. Look at all the, you see the shadows of the flies? It means it's the sun that's, it's getting later. Flies come out at night. Oh, they're totally all over the seaweed and that straw. What do you call sea straw? Is it driftwood? From Poland? Oh wow, my dad is Polish-Russian mix. Polski. Poland. Or Polish and Russian mix. My dad's side. Nice blue oyster shell. All right. It's very rare. Blue oyster cult. It's nice finding blue shells. You know, if you ever taught science, blue things in nature are less than 1% because of the chemical the chemicals that are needed to create a blue hue with animals and plants and minerals and shells. Blue is very rare in the animal kingdom. Blue birds, blue flowers. Blue flowers are quite rare. And the blue oyster cult was in a really popular European band. I think they were Euro. British invasion band. The 80s, 90s. The Blue Oyster Cult. They had a few big hits here in America. And my feet are getting mad cold. But if I walk away from the edge, the seaweed edge, there are less flies. So I have solved the fly problem. Thank you for saying what's up. Hey, Adrian. In German, Jestem Zapolski. Fahrenheit or Celsius. Very funny. Right, or these stupid Americans. We have these. I'm going to sit on this log here. Just because it's here. It's one of the logs from this 1800 pier. Someone moved it up. I'll zoom out. Let me sit on the log for a little while. And someone was also looking for a collection of shells. There's a set right there. No, that's a rock. It looks like quartz. What a nice quartz rock. Definitely looks like quartz. And has a conglomerate of some type on the bottom, like a barnacle attached to its base. So probably conversely, the quartz was either glued to the concrete, some design, or formed that way or attached itself. It's so smooth. But alas, it is cracked as if it was smashed off the side of an art project or something. Nice cruise ship going by, and it's like New York waterways. Another cruise ship. Let me zoom in on the cruise ships. Do that before we do. Looks like is that a cruise ship? That's a New York waterways type boat, a New York water taxi. It'd be nice to know if I could take the water taxi into Manhattan for like $5. And again, that's a rather large. I don't know if it's a barge. But again, it looks like a cruise ship. As I sit here facing Coney Island Park. That's the sun. Can I block the sun? Not really. Alright, I'm just going to sit here for a while because my life is this exciting. It's 7 o'clock. Enjoy. I'm going to put you down here on the side. Guys, I'm gonna put the phone down here facing down the beach. You can see some happy families enjoying their lives. All right. I think I'm going to walk up to the volleyball area and look at the happy volleyball people and then turn around. So I've been going for a half an hour. And I have to pee and they're going to close the freaking bathrooms. All right. Bye, happy friends who gathered. Had a nice gathering apparently. Taking the watering because it's incredibly smooth, quality quartz. It's not the number of friends you have, it's the quality of friends. Always appreciate the time together with those friends, loved ones. People who appreciate you for who you are, not the person they want you to be. Guys, so again, I'm live in Coney Island, New York, walking along the beach. Sun's going down. The water's cold, but the sun is still very warm on my back. If you're walking along the beach, do not go along the edge of the line. The water is not scummy, but the flies go to eat off of the straw and seaweed, and they will nip at your feet. Do not walk along the edge line. Go down about 6 to 12 feet and there'll be less like flies and stuff if you can handle the cold water. Again, enjoy one of the 1800 walls here, partitions. Oh, some Disney. A lot of big undertow. Look, it's fishing right here, which is totally illegal. That's so awesome. Look, how nice. How happy. Catch anything. It's 7 o'clock here in Brooklyn, New York. Those are rather large shells, but they're broken in half. So I guess if I had some scuba equipment or snorkeling equipment, I could find some really nice shells by that wall. Really nice. Rather large shells. There's some ribbon here, like it's from an old cassette player. Who the hell plays cassettes? Or it might just be, I'm tripping, it's not from cassettes, it's from latex balloons. Maybe it's not from old cassettes at all. Maybe it isn't. And there's something shiny there. Maybe it's from birthday party balloons. Could be. But it looks more like cassette ribbon. It breaks. I don't think cassette ribbon is strong enough to hold a helium balloon. Because when you tie it in a knot, it breaks at the knot, I think. You need... Water is so cold. You need... I was always one of those kids that would build sandcastles, but I would freak out if a hermit crab was there. Like it would just ruin my morning. I was building a sandcastle, and like a creature crawled out of the sand from the sidewall as I was building the New York City urban housing kit. So always, or if a jellyfish came by, we'd always have sticks or something nearby to poke away the jellyfish. But it was the hermit crabs that were the surprise visitors to the sandcastle crew. Sometimes you're digging in the sand right at the water's edge, way in the water's edge, and you're down 3 or 4 feet, so you can get water. You can get a well of water to reinforce the walls of your castle. Like you build the sandcastle more like here than on the wet sand. You build it on the dry sand. You just dig down 2-3 feet because the tide's going to come in and out. So you plan this out so that it'll be up. Your castle will be up for several hours. So never, for example, build your sandcastle here on the wet sand, because unless you know that the tide is going to be going out. If this is high tide, you can do that. So if you wait for high tide and build the sandcastle on the edge, then it'll stand all day, right? And then you'll have nice packed sand and you'll have nice water, the bottom of your moat of your castle, because the water, it's like a pool of water when you dig down like 2 feet, 2 or 3 feet. It's like a little wading pool. But we would make a day of it. We would spend an hour or two. Dad would help. And we'd dig like it was like a little wading pool that like 2-3 kids could sit in. Like it was almost as large as a backyard wading pool. So the radius of it must have been at least 4 or 5 feet that we would dig with buckets and shovels. So it was quite an operation we did when we did our sandcastles. If I think about it, because I remember sitting there, 2 or 3 of us, and then turning around in a 360 to make the steeples and spires of the castle wall. And then we would make tunnels. We'd make like a maze. And it was always an impressive castle. You know, it looked like the Walt Disney Castle, but it was looked like the Walt Disney Castle, but it was a drippy castle. So you sort of hold your hands like a funnel cone, like an ice cream cone, and then let the sand drip through your fingers, and it creates this drippy spires. So it looks like, you know, like St. Basil's Cathedral in Russia, as we approach Brighton Beach. It looks like one of these like Russian churches or something from as you approach it. It's fun making drippy castles. I'm going to do that because celebrate Dad's 90th maybe. Maybe I can do one this year. We would make some serious drippy castles. Again, sea glass, but it's not smooth enough yet. Still, and that looks like an oyster shell again. And there have been some crab shells, but they're so scummy. Like, what do you clean those with? They're like green algae inside, and I guess some creatures scavenge them. The crabs, maybe it's the seagulls. They rip them apart. But they're so dirty on the shell side, on both sides. So large. All right. Let's go check out the happy volleyball folk. Lady has a stretching tool. Very good idea. She has an exercise band for her shoulders and trapezius muscles. Wow, a lot of volleyball players on this beautiful day in New York. Dozens. I guess a lot of folks, they bring their own net. So they buy like a net at Dick's Sporting Goods or Sports Authority or some shit. And they set them up. They often have their own sets of cones or markers. And they have some Playmate coolers. And it's good times with good friends. Let's keep going. Alright. So, let's see, this is a little gazebo they play chess at sometimes. I think I approached a couple of guys to see if they play a game once. Maybe I was challenged to a game. I can't remember. Some of these gazebos, they play chess. Most of the time they just hang out, have beers, or are talking in Russian. There are 2, 4, 6, 8 volleyball games going on. We'll try and walk by in silence so that I don't ruin the moment. That's tech ball. Tech ball is like you head the ball. How can you play beach tech ball? But I guess then you can dive and it's less dangerous. Wow. Tech ball. And you just, I mean, when at the end of the day, you go home with a headache, right? Head ball. Heading the ball. Wow. See, the moon is up. Someone has planted sunflowers on this beautiful day to share with the world. This looks sad. Looks memorial flowers. Maybe for Mother's Day. This looks rather sad. Someone left flowers for their mom or something, or it looks kind of sad. All right, off we go. Baby's breath. Maybe it's from their son or daughter. It's got a female touch, so maybe it was a daughter giving a memorial to their mama. That feel. The bathroom's closed because the lights are on. All right, I'm gonna sign off now. It's been 54 minutes, nearly an hour streaming. Should I go up to an hour, go up to 60? I'm gonna go up to 60 and then I'll stop. I haven't had an hour walk in a while. Very dark energy under here as I pass by the posts underneath the bathroom. Oh, there. It was raining earlier. I don't know if the bathrooms are open, but the way is permitted. Lights are on. There's a Red Cross, like it's a medical station. I feel like I'm in some shitty, the energy here is really dark. Like I feel like I'm in one of those horror video games showing like is there in the house. You have to smash all the zombies around the building. I guess the bathroom's closed. Maybe that one's open. That one's closed too. Oh shit. I have to pee. And the stairs are sticky. Is that nice? All right. Just 4 more minutes and I'm gonna stop streaming. It's on lower power mode, so it's like really sketchy stream. Wow, basketball. It's very popular. Well, let's go to the handball courts. So I've been thinking about June and Tuesday performing for Museum Mile. It was very good last year. And this year I'll have my bike. So that means that, like, after work, maybe I can take my electric bike on the train before rush hour and then make it to Museum Mile, go to the storage place. And then keep hitting these screws. I'm gonna put my shoes on. And then go to my storage place, juggling. I was thinking of getting torches or LED clubs for the event. As long as it's not raining. I mean, I did the event so many times.
Okay,
35 years? I mean, and I remember the ones that it rained, I was really counting on the money, and it would pour sometimes on Tuesday. So that was not good for my bank account when it was raining in these outdoor events. But it can be really wonderful if it's not windy, and then some days it's really windy, so you can't perform on the street, juggling anyway. Unless you have some other accommodations. But if, like, the weather's in the 70s, high probability, it's June. Weather's in the 70s at night, 60s. Thousands of people out streets of New York with nothing to do, enjoying the museums, want a little break. It's a great event. It's great. So, buy some old Dubé or Henry's torches on eBay and get the shit done. Wait a second. Put my shoes on. Yeah. So, gonna sign off here at Brighton Beach. It's been 60 minutes. Nice walk here. Sun's going down. Thanks for watching.